Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Marina from Marina Art Design, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create challenge books for couples. I'm going to show you how I create them as well and the tools I'm using. But let's first see what are challenge books for couples. I'm going to show you one that is ranking really high at the moment. So they are usually Advent battle books. They have 24 puzzles, meaning they are targeting 24 days to Christmas battles and challenges. You would need to have a collection of 24 different puzzles or activities to create such books. The trim size of the books is one of the rare landscape trim sizes KDP Amazon offers, and that would be 8.25 inches by 6 inches. So that is 8.25 wide and 6 inches tall, and it is bounded here on the left side. The interior is specific because in this case you are using, let me show you, you are using 2 pages with the same puzzle. So let's scroll down and you will see here that you have one page that is facing your opponent and one page, identical page as this one, so for the player number 2, that is facing you. So that is how you construct this book. One page is facing the other person and the other page is facing you. So that is how interior looks like of one book. And if you check out the keywords, you will see that this ball is green, and I believe that means good. I'm not good with research, so if you have these research tools and you check out these numbers, if they look good to you, that is completely up to you. All I know is that if this ball is green, that's good. That is as much as I am familiar with this tool. Also here we have another Advent challenge book for couples, so that is another keyword that I researched, and this one got 91, while this one was just challenge book for couples. So that always means if you niche down, so this would be the beginning, and if you niche down, you're going to get better results. So that is what we have here, and I created Canva template. I struggled a bit to create template for this book in Canva because Canva is not my go-to tool for book creation, but I did it. I managed to do it. I wasted another day. I tried to do this yesterday all day and it did not work because I'm really not a fan of Canva for doing these books, but I did it, and the link to this Canva template will be posted tomorrow in the video description, this video, and it's going to be tomorrow because I have to delete some of the pages before I can share this file with you, but I have to use them here to show it to you, and I will explain everything as we progress. So let me show you the second page. Here is what I just showed you, that you have the links to these books, you have the images, screenshots of the tool, giving you the numbers and keywords that you can target. Now when it comes to this file, once you open this file in Canva, you will see that you have these guides, and these guides are as per Amazon KDP. You see this is one of the books uploaded to Amazon KDP. I matched exact margins from Amazon KDP to this Canva template. So the purple lines that you see here on the left and right and up and down, everything that you put inside your book needs to be inside these purple margins on the edge. The reason why you have 2, you see you have 1, 2 here and 1, 2 here. Obviously one is for the left side, left pages, and the other one is for the right pages, because you need to use mirror layout. You cannot have left page and right page being aligned equally, because when the book is bounded, the text and all the content on your inside margin is going to be unusable. It's not going to be good. So that's why you need to use mirror margins. And this is how your book is going to look like once you are finished. And you see here the mirror margins allow you that this needs to be wider than this, and this needs to be wider than this. And this is the layout of your book. So all the odd pages are going to have puzzles and text facing you, facing normal direction, and everything that is on even pages is going to be facing the opponent, so it needs to be rotated by 180 degrees. So this is what you need to be careful, that you have your first puzzle that is upside down is on the even pages, so either starting on page 6, page 8, page 10, page 12, and this one facing you is on odd pages. This is what you need to make sure, because in this template, this first, I have that note here, this first couple of pages you need to delete, and this is going to be, so page number 10 or 9, it's going to be your first page. So these first 10 pages in the template you need to delete, but I have that warning, don't worry, everything is written here. You just need to read what is written. And this is how the next set of pages are going to look like. So you have puzzle facing the opponent, puzzle facing you, and then on the next page you have solution, and then you have the start of another section. So this is day 2 puzzle. So this will be day 1 puzzle, and then you have day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on. Now, a question I believe people will ask is how I created this book mock-up. So this one here, it is quite easy, and I believe it looks very nice. If you want to do this, I have a link from Unblast where you can download this, and I'm afraid it is using Photoshop, but you do not need Photoshop. All you have to do is open the file in Photopea, or whatever the name is. It is a mockup file, but once you download it, you can open it in any program that is opening PSD file, because you're not going to use the features of Photoshop here. I'm just going to show you. This is what you need. You just need to have that file open so you can extract this PNG image. Once you extract this PNG image, you're going to go to Canva, you're going to import that image into Canva, and then you're going to put your pages, the images of your pages on top of it, and then you're going to remove the background. So let me show you here. So this is the image that you're going to download from that link, and then you're going to put your page from your interior here, and you see, just make it transparent. So you just put it on top of it and make it transparent. Also, what you can do is, if you want to use this multiple times, what you could do is, let me just show you, yeah, this. So you can make this a frame. So this is here is actually a frame. So if I click on this and click delete, you see it is actually a frame. So I can drag and drop my page here, and I believe if I move a mouse on the side, you see it looks very good as a mock-up. So you can use this. The reason, and this is the page that I'm going to delete. So this is going to be the page I'm going to delete, and this is going to be the page I'm going to delete. The reason why I need to delete this is because I'm not allowed to share this image with you. This image is free, but it's not free to share. And all you have to do is you go here on this link, and you can see here all the images are free to use for personal and commercial use. But when they say commercial, they do not mean I can actually download this mockup and sell the mockup to you or transfer mockup for free to you. I'm not allowed to do that. So that's why from this template I'm going to delete this page. So that is why I told you that I'm not going to share the link with you until I finish the video and everything, and then I need to delete this page. But as I showed you here, it's very easy to create the mockup. You just get this image from that file, and once you have that image, upload that image to Canva, and then you can just, you see here, create your personal mockup, and I believe it looks really good. And that is what you can do, what you can use to create A+ content and similar. And then here, this is what I have. This is the warning that I have on page 9, that everything up to here, so this is your first page. So once you get this template, everything up to this page you need to delete. So this would be the first page of your couple holiday countdown challenge battle book, or however you want to call it. Now, where are you going to get the puzzles? You can create puzzles from puzzle tools that you already have. You can get puzzles from Creative Fabrica. You can get it from Gumroad. And when it comes to book cover, you need to use KDP cover template creator. So that is on your Amazon account. You go there, you type in your final page count. In my research, I found that most of the books, they have around 100 pages. Some of them have less numbers, some of them higher. The highest one is 111, and all books are priced $9.99 and above. The $15.99 is a book that is in full color, so that is also something that you can consider as well. So if you're going to use this template, you need to delete everything that is before this page, and this is your page number 1. This is just an example of the text. Of course, you're not going to use this text. You're going to come up with your own words for this initial section of the book. Then the second page is usually couples challenge agreement, where they sign on the rules of engagement regarding how they're going to use the book. I noticed that in couple of reviews, there were just couple of negative reviews regarding that the book is being promoted as Advent Calendar Challenge Battle Book, but there is no Advent calendar inside. And that is an easy fix. All you have to do is put something like this that you see on the screen inside your book, and it's going to be resolved. And next page should be scoreboard. So this is where player number 1 and player number 2, this is where they're going to mark their scores. I left 2 pages blank because this is where you're going to put your own unique things inside. Maybe you're going to add some info about the puzzles, something about you, if this is just one of the books that you are publishing inside your brand. So this is where you're going to promote your brand, maybe share your Instagram, your social media links and stuff like that. And then we have day 1, page number 1 for day 1, and then in the opposite side you have the drag and drop section for all the puzzles. Now obviously these words, they're going to depend on the puzzles that you have. I just left it here so you know what you can expect, but of course you can delete everything. You can delete the title, you can change the font. This is just a sample layout you can test out so you can see how the book looks like. Let me just scroll forward. So we have one that is facing on the one side, and then we have the same page facing us, and then we have solution. One solution is facing us, one solution is facing our opponent, and then the next page is start of the day 2. Now for day 2 I selected to have a maze, so of course the image is bigger. I do not have any instructions. I believe nobody needs instructions on how to solve a maze. And then you have a solution, and that continues. So that is an example of how you can create this book inside Canva. First you start with new design. You set up the custom dimensions to be 8.25 by 6. This is obviously without bleed, so you will not select with bleed here because you are not using with bleed dimensions. Also, once you are finished and you want to export this as PDF, do not select any of the settings that are for normal publishing, because Canva has option for you to publish books through them, and that is why they have the specific settings. But those settings, you do not check any of that, because that is not what they mean when they say publishing. It's a different kind of publishing through Canva and publishing using Amazon KDP. Okay, so that is how you would do in Canva. You write your text. You can usually, I start with writing my text here, creating this page first, and then I flip everything 180 and then I create this page. So I'm doing backwards. First I create this page and then I go back and then I create this page. You have lots of options you can choose. 24 puzzles should be easy for you to source out, but the way I do it is in PowerPoint. Now PowerPoint is my preferred tool when it comes to book creation, because I have a lot of tools and a lot of, how to say, helpful macros that I'm using inside PowerPoint. Now, one of the macros I created is actually challenge book maker or challenge book creator. So I have this template here. As you can see, everything is ready. And all I have to do is I'm going to click on book creator. That is this icon here. And then it's going to give me an option to select a folder with puzzles. This folder has over 8,000, 9,000 different puzzles. So each time I click to create new book, I'm going to get a brand new book with brand new puzzles. So let me show you how that looks like. So click on book creator. It's giving you instructions here. Please select the puzzle bundle folder that was included with your purchase. After selecting, wait for the confirmation message that the import is complete. It is best not to use computer while the task is running. And remember to save your book file under a new name. So once this is done, I need to save this file with a new name, so that way I can keep the original, this file intact. So I'm going to click on OK. So I'm going to look for my bundle, that is this one here. I'm going to select it, I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to wait. It's usually fast, especially for smaller books like this where you only have 24 puzzles, but it still has to upload them double, so that's 48 plus solutions. That's around 200 images being processed in the background. And now you have this message here telling you, thank you for using Marina Art Design Puzzle Book Maker. Your puzzle book draft is almost ready. Close this notification, click on any slide and wait a couple of seconds. And the reason why we have to do that is PowerPoint may appear unresponsive because it needs to clear all the images from the memory. Because what happened in the background is PowerPoint macros, they grabbed from that folder that I gave him, they grabbed the images, and now the images are saved in temporary memory and needs to purge them. So that's why PowerPoint may appear unresponsive. Just for a couple of seconds is nothing to worry about. Save the file under a new name, and then you need to take a moment to check the book, check everything, and then you need to add that final touch to make it truly yours. I'm going to click OK, and as you can see, for a couple of seconds it's going to be unresponsive. It's not a big deal. And you see all the puzzles are imported. And the key thing about this is the reason why I chose this layout here. You see you have day 14 and then you have puzzle, puzzle, solution. Day 15, puzzle, puzzle, solution. Day 16, puzzle, puzzle, solution. The reason why this layout is better than having puzzle, puzzle, and then all the solutions to be at the back of the book is because you can easily change the order. Everything here can be shuffled because the puzzles and solutions are connected to one another. So if I want to have maze, for example, if I want to start my book with mazes, I can just grab these 3 slides and I put them on the day 1, and then whatever is on day 1, I can grab it and put it here. And it's not going to affect anything else because they are connected. If I had all the puzzles at the beginning and then at the end I had on last pages, I had solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, solution 4, 5, 6 on one page. Obviously, I'm not going to have a page for entire page waste for one solution. I will have multiple solutions on one page at the back of the book. But in this case, while doing this, because this page is technically a waste page, because I cannot start with a new challenge here. I cannot start with a new challenge here because I need to have separation between this puzzle and the next day. So that is just one of the features. But let me walk you through all the images that we have. Let's zoom in. So this is my book creator. It is available in my Gumroad store. If you want to buy it, the link will be down below in the description. But I'm showing you, you can also use Canva. You can also do this as well as I did in PowerPoint. It's not a big deal, but this one helps you. And this tool is actually It's not for somebody who's just going to make 1-2 books. This tool is more targeted towards people who are going to sell their services on Fiverr. So if you want to sell multiple books, if you want to sell personalized copies, so that's not something that's going on KDP, maybe you're going to sell that on Etsy, where you're going to put just the name, and then the person can print out the pages and then they can use it for their own personal use. So that's something that you can do on Etsy. So in that case, this tool is better because you do not have to source out 24 puzzles every single day when you need to create a new book. All you have to do is run this book creator once. In 2 minutes, you have brand new book, shuffle things around, make your own new unique design. So you can focus on that part of the book design. You do not have to focus on the part of sourcing out the puzzles. And each time you run the book creator, the puzzles will be different, will be unique, will be shuffled from that pool of over 7,000-8,000 puzzles. So there is absolutely zero chance that somebody else who purchased this book creator is going to get the same book as you. So there's no worry about that. So if you buy it, the first thing that I'm telling you here is to read this page, and once you are finished reading this page, delete this page. So this slide, this first slide, must be deleted in order for everything else to be printed in correct order, because this needs to be your page number 1. So this is your page number 1, which makes this page number 2. Then you have this as a page number 3. These icons are mine. So if you want to use them, you are free to use them. If you want to use them, you can shuffle them around, move them around. You can delete them. This is all editable. Let me just show you. Let me select them. You see, this is all editable, and they are all vector. So if I zoom in, you will see that they do not lose quality because it is a vector shape. So these are mine, so you do not have to worry. This is not open source, this is not nothing, this is mine. So I'm giving you permission to use these icons, and they are not sourced from Creative Fabrica, they are not from Canva, they are mine. And then the next page is scoreboard. This is where people are going to mark their score from each game. Obviously, if you change the order of the puzzles, you're going to change the order here as well. And then, same as in Canva, I'm giving you 2 slides empty, where you can put your own info, your own data. You can put a little bit about the puzzles, you can put a little bit about your brand, maybe give a freebie here, so link if you're going to offer people a freebie. So stuff like that is what you're going to use these 2 blank pages for. And then we have day 1, we have the puzzle, and we have puzzle facing us. If you are wondering about these lines here, so same as I did in Canva, I created these guidelines, margins lines in PowerPoint. You can deactivate them if you do not want to look at them here under guides. So under view tab, under guides, just click to turn them off. But I always keep them on because I want to make sure that my content is within the red margin lines. So the red margin lines are lines where all my text, all my illustrations, they need to be inside of it if I'm using the no bleed option. If I select with bleed, I need to make my entire slide larger, slightly larger, and still I can only have colors and shapes outside the margins. I cannot have text going beyond the margins. So just be careful about that. So this is just, let me just scroll it so you can see. You have mazes, you have Sudoku, with, of course, everything comes with explanation. You see here we have trivia. Trivia is always going to change, so each time when you run this book creator, you're going to get different set of 15 questions, and then you have answers. So this is it. This is how you can also create. And I also skipped one. So day 6, I deliberately skip it because I want to force people to actually make it unique. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Marina, if this is skipped, then what am I going to use in this section here? I also provided a set of free puzzles, extra puzzles. I believe there's an additional 12, something like that, additional 12 puzzles. And then inside those 12 puzzles, you have 100, 500 options that you can pick that you can use to make this book completely unique. This is just a reminder that you do not use directly what book creator gave you, because use a logic. If you purchase this and then another guy purchased this and you all just click publish, then at the end of the day you're going to have similar book, and that's not good. You need to stand out, you need to make things unique. This is just your starting point. This is just saving you time so you can get to that good part of the designing, actually making the book unique. We have word scramble, and when it comes to this particular bundle, it is focusing on love, so on couples, and all the words are related to love. So you see emotion, caring, marriage, crush, loyalty, balance, boyfriend, girlfriend, passion, and stuff like that. Then we have snake word search. If you do not know what that is, let me show you how solution looks like. So the snake word search is where the words are actually going in snake direction. You see here they're bended. They're not straight diagonal, but they are bended all over the place. And all the letters are used, so there are no leftover letters in snake word search. We have weave maze, we have cross sum. Keep in mind here, I mentioned this is Kakuro, but Kakuro is a trademark, so you cannot use Kakuro here, but you can, in description, you can state it is a Kakuro puzzle, because that is the name that this puzzle is known for, but you cannot use Kakuro because it is trademark, so just be careful about that. In here, it cannot be used. Here in description, it can be used. So that's just how copyright works. What else? We have city, country, river. So this is a table where you pick a letter, and then for that letter you need to come up with a city, country, river, animal, sport, food, and then you collect points. And here I'm giving an example for every letter, possible answers, so they can practice. Erase matrix. Erase matrix is not something that you're going to find on internet, because it's my own software. It was created with my own program, and it is a puzzle where you have to delete some of the values from each row and each column in order for these numbers, when they are summarized, they give this number here. So one of these or more of these numbers, they need to be deleted in order for when you summarize them, you get this number here. So that is erase matrix. Maybe there is a software out there that exists to create these puzzles, but I did not find it, so I created my own. So this is one of the unique puzzles that you're going to find inside the bundle. Then we have tic-tac-toe. Then we have Wordoku, where the word is lovebirds, and all the puzzles are easy because this is just, casual challenge book. You're not going to have hard puzzles inside these kind of challenge books. Equation matrix, I believe you already know this. Also, if you're going to use this puzzle from different developers, if you're going to purchase these puzzles from somebody else, or if you have a tool that can create such puzzles, make sure that in your description you emphasize what are the equations following. Are they following the left to right rule or PEMDAS? PEMDAS is where you are multiplying and dividing before you subtract and add numbers. So that is important. Make sure that you do not forget to give the order of the equations for the puzzle in the puzzle description. Then we have bridge maze. Then we have addition matrix. I believe this exists, but these puzzles were created with my own puzzle generator. And it's simple. You have this number here, and all you have to do, you need to fill all the empty cells so all the numbers are accurate. So in this case, you see one number is missing, and I have to solve this one first, because if I do not solve this one, I cannot solve this one. And I cannot solve this one because I have two numbers missing, so that means I need to solve something else. So that's the logic of the addition matrix. First, you need to solve the rows or columns where only one number is missing, and then once only one number is missing, you can progress with the puzzle. 18 is person puts the pencil on the star, closes the eyes, and then they need to lift the pencil and try to hit the target's center 3 times, and they have points. So whoever is closest to the bullseye gets more points. What else? Missing vowels. You have the words that are shuffled letters, and then in the bracket we have the total amount of letters in the word, and they need to figure out what are the words. Then we have solutions. Of course, this will have the same words because the theme of the book is love, but each time you run the creator, the words will be shuffled. The puzzles will be new. We have dots and boxes. I believe everybody knows about this. And arrow maze, this is very easy puzzle, so I added it at the end. And I believe we have summarium. Summarium is also an easy puzzle. So we have lots of logical games, we have mathematical games, we have trivia. So everything, this is the good blend of the puzzles. Don't do all mazes or all word search. Try to mix things up when it comes to these challenge books to actually make them a challenge. Sudoku 10 by 10, but it is an easy one, very easy to solve. And 24 is also another puzzle that probably exists somewhere out there in the universe, but I invented it 2 days ago. It is called Almost Alphabet. That is how I'm calling it. Almost Alphabet is where you have all the letters in the alphabet here in every row, but one letter is missing. You need to find out or see what letters are missing, and then once you have all the letters, they will form not in order, so you need to, it's mixed, so then you have to find out what's the word. That's the almost alphabet, and I believe that's the end. And at the end of the book, this is something I noticed that some put certificate on the start of the book. I prefer to put certificate at the back of the book, because if you put it as the last page, then the page in the back is going to be blank, so it makes it easier for a person to cut that certificate out and then frame it or use it however. This is just here, how to say, placeholder. You need to make this an actual certificate, and I believe I have 2 images, so you can use one of my 2 images, but of course I'm going to recommend that you create your own certificate at the end of the book. So once you have this book ready, once you changed and edited everything, once you are happy with the layout, making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, so this is an even page, this is an odd page, this is an even page, this is an odd page. So once you have everything ready, once you have done that, you upload that to Amazon KDP, and let me just show you how that's going to look like. So this is how the book is going to look like once you upload it to Amazon KDP. I recommend that you, for your own safety, you scroll through all the pages. Make sure that nothing is even touching or being close to the margins. You see, this is good. This is good. Nothing is touching the margins. We have safe distance from everything, and really it's not going to cause you any harm to waste 5 minutes and just scroll through all the pages. And I'm just going to show you something. Let me see, is it going to be here? Here. Word scramble is good. You see here, if I publish this, if I clicked approve and publish this, this is going to, after 3 days, they're going to give me an error, and I'm going to show you why. You see this? You see the arrow? The arrow is actually touching, and it's slightly, microscopically, slightly beyond margins. If you can visualize the triangle of the tip of the arrow, it is actually beyond the margins. So what would happen if I click approve here? If I click approve, because of this tiny little thing, the book is going to go back to draft, and then I have to redo everything again and then wait another 3 days because of this small silly error. So that is why I always recommend that you scroll through all the pages, make sure that you check everything and that nothing is touching any of the margins. Of course, obviously, I noticed this in time, and it is fixed in the book creator, so it's not going to happen anymore. Let's see what else we have here. We've maze, solution, cross sum. Just scroll through everything, make sure that everything is looking good. La-da-dum. This is it. Day 17, day 18, day 18, everything is good. I did not add cover template. You can easily get cover template from Amazon KDP to get the right dimensions, because I'm not sure what page count you're going to have at the end. Depending on how many pages you delete or how many pages you add, you're going to have a different page count, and different page count changes the cover design and cover dimensions. So once you are finished with your book, once you know the exact page count for your book, then you can go to your KDP account and create a cover template file that you can use to create an actual cover. Now you can create cover in PowerPoint, or you can create cover in Canva. Just make sure that you type in the exact values that Amazon KDP template cover creator is going to give you. What else? Summarium, almost alphabet, hearts, Sudoku, and certificate. And you see here, this is also fixed. Certificate is, and you see here, it's not giving me the error. It should give me an error, because this is an error, but it's not giving me the error, because it's going to trick me, and then after 3 days it's going to tell me, oh, this is outside the margins, but it's already outside the margins, so why didn't you here give me a warning? So this is what sometimes happens with Amazon KDP. They do not tell you that there is an obvious error. They're going to tell you that after 3 or 5 days, or once the system checks the book. So this is something that needs to be fixed. I already fixed this, like I told you, in my book creator, but this is the reason why once you are finished with your book, make sure that you check all the pages. So I'm not going to approve this. This is not going to be for publishing. This is what I do. As you can see, this is a test draft. Every time when I'm designing a book in new dimensions that I did not test before with a different page count, I create a dummy version or something similar, and then I upload that to Amazon KDP. The sole purpose is to get to this preview stage, and then once I'm in the preview stage, I take a screenshot, and then I adjust my margins lines in Canva or inside PowerPoint to fit these margins lines from Amazon KDP. And that is how I know 100% that my book is going to stay within the lines. So now, this was before, this PDF was created before I knew the margins lines. Now that I know the margins lines are here, I can go to my PowerPoint file, I can go to this page here, and you see now I can move this so it is inside the red line. The reason why it's touching this red line is, like I told you, one red line is for objects on the left page, and the other red line is for the objects that are on right page. So on one side, the shapes can go a little closer to this red, and on the other side, other page, they can go a little closer to this one, and they need to stay within the second red line. I hope that is clear. That's it. I hope you liked the video. The link to buy this book creator, let me just undo, let me just show you where is the trivia. Which sea creature has 8 arms? So which sea creature has 8 arms? Now I'm going to click undo. You see I erased everything. Let me switch to this mode. Let me run the book creator one more time. Click on book creator, click OK. Select the puzzles, click OK. Give it a couple of seconds. And once the book is ready, you can start editing. And I'm going to show you what was that. It was okay. And let me show you. It was a sea creature. You see here what is H2O commonly known. What was the capital of Brazil? So all the questions are shuffled. and everything is different. You see here, it's a different layout, different puzzles, different everything. It has around, I believe, 7,000 to 8,000, 9,000 different puzzles, so there is no way of that the system is going to create identical book in billions of years. So you are safe when it comes to that. If you have any questions, ask me down below. I hope this video was useful to you, and I'm showing you here that, of course, everything that I did, you can do it as well. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to create everything with the puzzles. You can use my template. That is, of course, has a price, but if you have time, if you have skills, you can do it as well in PowerPoint, in Canva, in Inkscape, or whatever tool you are using to create your books. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everybody. Take care, and I shall see you down below in the comments. Bye.